There's no way this just happened. No way. But it did. What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? Well. So, after last night's video, basically piecing together all the problems that we've been having. Yeah. I'm not sure what. The only thing I did differently was turn on my sales. At least differently for the last 4 days. Differently. Is that what did it? $42 items sold, $872. I didn't have a day that good. I had one day in December that good. I had no days in December that good. December 15th was 916. So I went from my lowest day in the last 2 months to probably like my second highest day in the last 2 months. Is that part of that backlog thing also on top of it? Like some of the sales that were supposed to come through yesterday didn't because of whatever. And they just flooded in, or I should say the day before, and then flooded in late yesterday. That's a possibility, I guess. But, wow. We are at 9:30 a.m. this morning. I am at $131. So, not sure what to think. But, hey, I'll take it. So I got like almost 30 orders here to ship out. Better than the like 7 I've been shipping out every morning. So that's good. But nobody came down late last night because we didn't expect anything. And apparently, I mean, it's some decent dollar stuff too. I think on the last Saturday, from the last Saturday at the bins, I know I made it by the skin of the day. I am now in the profit. Because I had some decent stuff sell. So. Oh, this one was from the week before. So I might be right at breaking even on last Saturday. Because the other 2 items, the one item was shipped already, so I'm wondering. I think I might be $10-ish off one way or another. I'll break it even. Close enough. But yeah, 42 items sold. I had 0 organic up until pretty much late in the day. Then that football helmet sold. That was organic because I don't promote over $70. Items over $70. So because that was 77. So ended up with 7 organic, 35 promoted. So still low on the organic side percentage wise, but today 9 sold, 8 promoted, 1 organic. But my percentage rate is still, 11.2. So I'm still in that same percentage rate. So, but at least it's still up. I've been putting up a lot of shorts the last couple of days, and I think they've been kind of taken off. Like the latest one last night, 2.9 thousand. doing the yard sale gig on the shorts, I think, was a smart move. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 3.3. I'm just saying all the low, high ones. There was a 163 in there. And an 864. 2.5, 744, 1.4, 3.9, 537, 1.3, 1.4. So, more than just 2 hitting. So that's pretty cool. All right, questions and comments, and then I got to get to shipping because we got some stuff here to get out. So, but yeah, I'm very happy with whatever the hell happened. And hopefully it was because I put on the sales, and the sales will just keep coming then. So, I don't know. Whatever. It's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster ride. Let's see. First up, I'm happy with the new way offers are handled. The item technically isn't sold until it's paid for. It should be available until then. Yeah, it's a good idea. So we just got to deal with all the problems that's going on right now till it's, I guess, completed. Because anytime they do an update, we know it's going to, cause more problems. So I'm thinking the slow sales are just because the holidays are done. And so they seem related because I had the new feature even while busy. Well, compared to my records of the last 22 years, my January is always better than my December. So it depends on what you sell, I guess, So that's going to be dependent upon the seller. And also how much do you list, I guess. Do you list consistently every month type of thing? So, yeah, I think what else? It takes some getting used to because you get happy when you get a sale, but if they never pay, it was never a sale. It was just an item removed. Yeah, I like it because I don't have to worry. I guess I don't have to worry about the whole non-paying bidders. I can let it automatically do its thing now. Because then the item would never come down. So it's going to make things a lot easier, a lot better, for sure. Right on, fight on. The good you've done ain't done yet. Nice. To the post I posted this morning. So I posted, if you didn't read, on the community board. Every morning I feel like I'm at peace, right? Just like, I don't know. Like, here, I'll just read this. Trying to put yourself back together after, say, 10-ish years of crazy life rides is harder when you are on camera almost daily. You guys see how I'm feeling every day, and it's like, I think just with anything in life, just one little thing can put you, when you're on that balance of just trying to keep it together or fix yourself, or however you want to look at it, you're on that line. You're either falling apart or you're putting yourself together, but you're on that line. Any little thing can tip that scale either way. And I think that's where I've been for the last probably 30 days. Where I was here, now I'm here. Now I just got to keep building type of thing. That's what it feels like anyway. Every day I stand here in the morning at peace with the quiet around me. Training yourself to think kind of selfish once again without going overboard into a-hole world. Like the last time I used to think about myself first. When you're young, nothing else matters. It's you, go, go, go. And you always treat people, not everybody, but it's easier to treat people like crap. You're new to the world. You're trying to figure your life out, trying to figure things out, trying to figure yourself out. Not everybody, because there's a lot of old souls. I always looked up to the old souls, people they called old souls, just because it always seemed like they've always had it together. You know, I love seeing a kid who's like, just feels like they have it together. You know, it's so cool. The latest code within my reboot states the last time you were selfish, you didn't think about others. This time, think about others also. Every day, I feel one step more free to accept that I still have steps in my life to walk. I may have finished many hard chapters, but my book is not complete. I need to finish my story like it started. Just be more aware. I think just what I'm saying there is like, I'm just trying to get back to that. And I've had tons of international sales, so that's good too. Just trying to get back to that youthful feeling where you're just, when you've got no worries, right? Like right now, I've got no worries. I'm in that. I've fought through the years and decades of worries, right? Building something, creating something, parents dying, pets dying, raising the kids. I've fought through those years. Now I'm in the years where I don't have to worry about anything. Just like the teenage years, the early 20 years, when I didn't have to worry about anything. Just get that mentality back. Just be more aware of people and feelings and accomplishments, just everything. So that's where I'm just trying to mold myself back in. Not really mold myself back into, just kind of chip away at the, I don't know, would be like the years of battle scars, just chipping those puppies away and just feeling fresh again. Thanks for the important updates, or as the trolls like to say, grifting. I've had problems since November with hardly any sales / offers. Nothing surprises me now. And yesterday, like, the offers started kicking in later also. So I'm not sure if something was a breakthrough or what last night. I put my Vern sticker on my dresser mirror next to the picture of our great pyramist, not sure what that is, who passed away in 2020. Pyrmyste or Syty. Oh, maybe that was the name. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Who passed away in 2020. Every night my husband says goodnight to Misty, and now he also says goodnight to Vern. That's awesome. Those 3 words together got me. Good night to Vern. Damn it. Thank you. Thank you. I need moments like that. Thank you. That's why keeping me alive will keep me having moments like that. Thank you. All right, back on track. James, you should know reselling is a very lonely world. One thing social media has done, a lot of bad things, but one good thing is made up for us long timers, 20 plus year vets in the profession. See, we are not alone. And remember, there are more nice people out there than mean people. True. 100%. It's amazing. I can't comprehend why eBay traded in their 5-year-old dependable Toyota for a pencil search engine that has been in an accident and whose tank blew up in the crash. With all this technology, it defies logic why the search engine 20 years ago was superior to what eBay has today. And then watching some YouTube videos states, hopefully it's just temporary if the new search engine is based on AI and learning as it gets better. Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. Then also too, we got to take into account too, that they're probably honing it to, stop saying two, honing it in so that it plays around promotions also. So we got to remember that too. So who knows what is being inputted into this thing. It may still look nothing like the search engines of yesterday, even if it's working 100% perfectly, because it's going to have variables involved in it of how much did they promote at? Where are their locations in the United States or the world? Which in my book still makes the old search engine far superior, but this one is more controllable and more monetizable. If you can monetize the search engine to make you more money on top of just searching, that's, I think, the balance they're trying to play with. I could be wrong, but it feels like that's the balance they're trying to play with. And it makes sense, might make sense on things like if there's 100 of an item up there, okay, you want the one that's closest to you. Makes sense. But if you're one of, say, 30, one of, say, 40, 50, I think the buyer should get to choose which one they want, no matter the location. So, and no matter the percentage that's being promoted at. So, it depends on the variables, I think. But yeah, I do hope it, in the long run, is better than the past search engine. I do hope that, but I don't have much hope because of the money, the fees, the promotion fees. Everybody's a civil human being until there's money involved. When there's money involved, you will see people do things and companies do things that may not be the nicest in any level. I'm just being broad there. Okay, I may think that, but I'm not going to say it. Some people have no manners. I was on the short where the yard sale was not pricing any of their prices. Hey James, great video as always. I have had a glare issue before on my phone too. Wipe down the camera part of the phone. That's what I did this morning. I'm like, wait, wiping down the screen really don't make too much sense. Let me go over where the camera's showing. So I just scrubbed real hard where the camera's showing and we're fine. So yes, I figured that out finally this morning too. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I bought one of the albums from the hall. Thank you, James, Led Zeppelin. Okay, now I can put... Okay, you're always commenting on my things, but I forgot the connection there. You're the Led Zeppelin person in Bridgeton, James. And you ran into my wife at the bins, I believe. And I was outside packing the car and you didn't say hey. But anyway, not this Saturday, but the Saturday after, I think we're going over there again. I think Jan's off. She wants to go back. So I have another full week to make money off of last week's thing. I told her, I'm like, if I can keep making the money back in a week or whatever, you know, if you want to do it just to get out, it's not a problem. So even with all the crap I've got in storage, you got to live life, you know. Plus, I mean, if I'm in the house, literally only time I run out is to go to the post office, and I'm in the house for a freaking week straight. I need some time too. Actually, I better get moving because I got... Who's coming today? DirecTV again. Okay. Let me get to shipping. Got an offer. Those Houston Oiler vintage glasses. Sure. Okay, I know there was one I couldn't find this morning. I've got to search a little bit deeper for. It's been around forever, so it's probably in one of my overflow bins where something fell out of a case. So, pretty sure it's probably going to be there. Those two are going to go together to Australia. And that's paid but not shipped, or not pulled. Purchase shipping label. Let's see. Combine those Australia orders. Got Australia. Stanley Cup Blues hat. Now we're not loading properly again, eBay. Come on. Stop this, please. I got work to get done. And there's one there. Now, that's Australia, okay. Why are you not... Maybe I'm hitting combine too quick. Maybe I need to let all these load first. Let's try that. Okay. Now that looks right. Let me combine. Hopefully it didn't knock them out. So the one that just paid was Britain. And this is Australia, or in British pounds, I mean. Okay. And then Australia. All right, not as many as I thought. Remove one. Boom. All right, first up, we've got Smooth Grooves on Cassettes, New Jack Ballads, Volume 2. Headed to California, sold for $5.60. Right. So we're the weekend. Oh, we're Friday. I didn't do my top 5 either. Top 5 categories. All right, let's do that also. Custom. So we would be there to there. All right. Total sales for the week, $4,986, down 4.4%. That's up. It's going to California. Nicholas. Nicholas. Let's see. Average total quantity sold 275, up 11%. So that's good. Average per item 1813, down 13%. I kind of figured that with the high dollar Bose system I sold last week. Ooh, again. All right, number 5. Oh, breaking something new. Oh, that's because of that helmet. NFL, $208.84, up 335%. So about 100 of that was the helmet. Number 4. Oh, wow. Falling a spot finally. Cassette tapes, $371, down 22.4%. Number 3 up to number 3rd. Vinyl records, $461, up 94%. Number 2, men's hat, $769, down 18.2%. Number 1, music CDs, $850, down 29%. Interesting. Next up, we've got this Vulcan Wheel Snatcher vintage hat. That sold for $40, headed to Jacksonville, Florida. Interesting. Oh, damn it. It's like stuck on this and bent all the way on. What the hell did you do last night, Adrian? There we go. All right. All right, all right, all right. Alan. Don't you fall. Next up, we've got Guy Harvey. Baseball cap. Sold for $6, headed to Doral, Florida. Doral, Florida. Good. Francisco. What am I going to do today? Now I've got some clothes to get listed. Next up, we got Sims. Can't show you the back because it's got the key code. On PC, headed to Ohio, sold for $6. Bianca. I worked with a Bianca once. She was one of them I caught stealing. And had to call in loss prevention when I worked in the music store. We got this Panther visor light hat. Sold for $7.50, headed to Carlsberg, Washington. We had this manager at one time, and I got some street intel, because I was street like that also, that he was stealing from the store. Stealing music. And he was stealing a good amount of music. So I turned all that information over to the appropriate people. Paul Karak, Suburban Voodoo cassette. Headed to Costa Mesa, California. Sold for $15. And I think he was stealing money somehow too. I'd have to think about it to really think about how he was doing it. But anyway, I gave them all the information, told them what's going on, what I heard, that they might want to keep an eye on this guy, because he was a manager too. So like when he would close is when he would do it. So no other managers were there. Kevin. So I gave all the information, and then probably, I don't know, a few months went by, and nothing happened to them. They ended up having a store open up for a store manager, and I didn't want it, so they gave it to him. The Irish Brigade, one for the road on vinyl, headed to Arkansas, sold for $20.30. And I was like, he's robbing them blind here. He's going to rob them blind over there. So they gave him his own store. And I don't think he lasted a year. And they busted him stealing money and stuff from the store. So I'm like, they got him. I'm like, they should have listened to me. They should have listened to me the first time. And I always had a feeling something was up with him anyway, just the way he acted at times. So, 12. But hey, we all make mistakes, I guess, you know. Stuff happens. People go through phases, whatevers. Hey, it's life. It's life. That's life. Just a story. Gospel Express. Mama loves a gospel music cassette tape. Headed to Pennsylvania, sold for $5.25. Everybody does something wrong, some point, some way, some volume, some white lie, whatever. But he was one person I never really cared for as a person either, though. So just the way he, I don't know. There was just always something about him that rubbed me the wrong way. Are you ready for a CD light? Yeah. Eamon Reshkishti or something. Mike Watts and CAC. $7, $15, $6. Headed to Westchester, Ohio. Where are they at? I brought a bunch of them down. Oh, that one's broke too, ain't it? Oh, no. All right. Oh yeah, these don't fit in these anymore today. I got a email from a shoe company wanting me to promote their shoes on my channel. I'm like, really? So I looked into them. I'm like, well, I do wear tennis shoes around all day. And I told Jan about it because Jan's on her feet, 10 to 14 hours a day, and she's always complaining about her shoes. And these shoes are supposed to be made for comfort stuff. So I'm like, and they say, we'll give your viewers 10% off or whatever, blah, blah, blah. We'll give you 2 free pairs of shoes. All you got to do is mention us in a video. Talk about us or whatever. And of course, I really had no interest. And then Jan started saying that, and I just started thinking, I'm like, well, if I did, they might not like me after I'm done, because I would be given I would tell them, I'm going to give a full good review, and I'm not going to give it right away, so expect at least 30 days for me to wear these things to see if they really are good shoes or not. But I have no interest, really. If it's not something that I mean, at some point, I guess I should look at it differently, but like, you know, taking, you know, be getting a little bit of something for the work, for, you know, the time or whatever, but maybe eventually I will. But as of right now, I'm still stuck in the, if it don't really give you guys good benefit, then what's the real, you know, what's the point? All right, next up we've got New Orleans Saints football. Who Dat, I believe, t-shirt sold for $12. Headed to Louisiana. That's not here there. Like Jan won't be, you know, Jan will tell it like it is too. So if your shoes suck, I'm going to say they would suck. Next up, we've got Third Day Offerings 2 on CD. So for $8, headed to Mississippi. Dun, 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 dun. And since I changed my thumbnails to just like one picture, not putting no much thought into them, I keep getting all these soliciting emails. We'll help you make thumbnails. We'll help you make thumbnails. They suck that bad? Well, yeah, it's kind of by design. I mean, I'm just using a single picture for the most part. On the one, I put little toy cars in the parking lot to fill in the gap because I thought it'd be funny. But next up, we've got the snowboarding pants, Grenade. Snowboarding pants. These sold for $48. Headed to the right place. Headed to Colorado. Hairs like this material. At least they wipe off real easy. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Get off. Get off, get off, get off. I think yesterday's video, though, last night's, I felt it would help more people if more people saw it. So I did put the eBay logo on it and stuff so that people would know what it was. Hoping that it would help bring peace of mind to more people than not. So I made an exception to the rule because I'm allowed to do that because it's my life. Somebody said last night on it again because I went into that live the other day. So you don't like people holding you accountable? Like, you don't get it. You're not my freaking keeper. Like, what gives you the right to think you can hold me accountable to something? I have no relation to you whatsoever. What are you talking about? Are you really that crazy? Where did my silver ones go? There we are. Leland. Next up, Hank Williams Jr., The Pressure Is On. Cassette tape, sold for $9, headed to New York. I think it's funny. That's been the one good thing about me finally straightening my head and getting it straight is people like that, or trolls or whatever. I get more entertainment value out of it than it bothering me. Like when you're stressed out or something's bothering you, negative statements will drag you down a little bit. But when you're in that peaceful mode, I guess you could be, you either ignore it or you have fun with it, so I think I'm at that have fun with them stage. Like last night, that one I didn't even respond to. I'm like, whatever. Somebody's already said that. So I was like, Bernie Falls State Park hat. Headed to Los Angeles, sold for $10.50. Like, somebody's already been there, done that. You're late to the party. Next up, we've got SSX for PS2. So for $8, headed to Oregon. Blake. And here was a piece I found over at the bins 2 weeks ago. This Columbia Bush Light vest, puffer vest, new. It was in the plastic. Sold for $27, headed to Kingston Springs, Tennessee. Let's put you in here. Get in there, out of the way. Get off me. One, three. I should go 5 just in case. Alex. Next up, we got Georgia Bulldogs sweatshirt, women's sweatshirt. Sold for $20, headed to Athens, Tennessee. I've already sold one of the plushes that was in yesterday's video. But it was the cheapest plush. So, let's do that at 4. Okay. Interesting name. Tonda. Tonda. It's kind of like Tanya and Tonka had a baby and named it Tonda. Or Honda and Tonka had a baby. That sounds better. These were picked up last Saturday at the bins. And some pink Victoria's Secret sweatpants. These sold for $18. Headed to Oregon. These are ones that I found. There. Me as in instead of Jan. Because I remember pulling them out going, aha, nobody grabbed these. Desiree. Next up, we got Phyllis Hyman on CD. I refuse to be lonely. Who wants to be lonely? Who wants to be holding you tight? Oh, oh. Sold for $9.95. Yay! Headed to Maryland. Who wants to be lonely? Who wants to be holding you tight? That felt more like a sticky spot than a static spot. Who wants to be lonely? Who wants to be holding you tight? Andre. Audrey, sorry. Audrey, not Andre. Had some cha-chings this morning at least. Also, so that's good. Keep them rolling in. Keep them rolling, rolling, rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Speaking of rolling, we've got Rat. Rat and Roll. I typed in Rat and Toll. Whoops. Rat and Roll, 81 to 91 on cassette. Headed to New Jersey, sold for $10. Rat and Toll. That's funny. Michael. The Miguel. We got Jazz by Twilight, Dan Gibson. Soothing Sounds, New Age cassette. Sold for $10. Headed to Michigan. That one's, yeah, that case is broken too. Who wants to be lonely? Who wants to be holding you tight? Next up, we got the Blow Monkeys. Animal Magic on CD. Sold for $7. Headed to Port Jefferson Station, New York. This is the Made in Japan version. Made in Japan. Made in Japan. 4. Matt. And next up, we got the plush that did sell. We got this little guy, Bluey. Yay! Sold for $7.50. Headed to Pennsylvania. Ready to go, Bluey? You've been sitting in stores for who knows how many years. You now get to go to a home. Jeff. All right. Next up, we got this Vineyard Vines Kids polo shirt. This may have been last week at the Benz also. I think so. I think this is one Jan grabbed. Sold for $8, headed to Memphis, Tennessee. So I'm pretty sure I'm in the profit, or at least broke even. Let's just say that. I broke even in a week. I think I'm technically a little over, but of course with fees. Not counting the fees, of course. Next up, we've got a great CD. Sleazebees, Screwed, Blued, and Tattooed. So for $8, headed to Indiana. Give me a Screwed, Blued, and Tattooed. That's you. That's right. This house is on fire. This house is on fire. This house is on fire. Getting higher and higher. This house is on fire. Farrah. Heroes die young. Heroes. And the last US one, we finally got another one of my Ghost Town DVDs that I picked up in 2010 for like either a quarter or 50 cents a piece. I can't remember. And I bought like hundreds of them. They were sitting at a Goodwill. And I got along with the manager, so he'd always make me deals on stuff. So in 2010, they had them marked $1 a piece. So I gave them either a quarter or 50 cents a piece and took them all. They used to sell like crazy when I was selling on Amazon. But I do got a handful left. Sold for $6, headed to North Carolina. Got another offer. That's good. Keep it rolling, rolling, rolling. Pickety bam. Today's feeling like a normal day again, so that's good. Three, 6, 5, 9. Gerald. Or Gennard, sorry. Close enough. That's the first one, so I'll remember. I messed up the name. Okay. Boom. And okay, that's higher. Looking good. Another offer. Confirm and print. Nice. Printer labels. What the hell are you doing? That's not how we print. Cancel. Why? That's not how we print around here. Why is this off now? No. That doesn't work. No, that don't work either. That's not working either. And it's not working either. Why is this off now, eBay? Fuck me. Sorry. Didn't mean to say that. Yes, I did. Because I've never had this problem before, so it's going to take a time to figure it out. Damn it. All right. I'm going to have to see if I can figure this out. So there's no point in hanging around on here. All right. It's wanting to print them out sideways and on normal paper or small on here. So that ain't going to work. All right. Let me figure this out. And I have 2 hats, cardinal hats going to Australia. Sold, I think, about $10 a piece. So other than that, that's it. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Later.